Hi, I'm Josh with Maverick and Booner Blinds, and today we're going to show you how to build the Nex-Level platform. After you get all the parts out of the box, you can start laying them out in a circle pattern. You're going to grab these bent pieces and you're going to alternate the bent piece without the socket on it with the bent piece with the socket on it. It's going to look something like this. There's 4 pieces with the socket and 4 pieces without the socket that you're going to use to form the outside of your ring. Then you're going to grab the cross braces. There's going to be a cross brace with a tube sticking out of the end of it, and there's going to be a cross brace with no tube on either side. You're going to take those and you're going to put them together so the short sides face out. Like that. And then that's going to clip into the pockets that you now have across from each other on your blind. Once you get that done on both sides, you'll again take a piece with no tube sticking out the end and you'll mate it up with another piece with the tube sticking out, making sure the holes line up. And that's going to become your brace for going across the other straight cross braces. And then you're just going to repeat that for the other side. And that will give you one full platform. So I'll go through and I'll build up the rest of this platform and we'll kind of show you how it all bolts together. Once you got that kind of all loosely lined up, you're going to want to put your bolts in. You don't want to tighten anything up yet. Just kind of get all your bolts in and then tighten up the bolts once you get them all in so that it's easier to get everything lined up and bolted together. Once you get all your bolts tightened up in the base, you're going to roughly center these cross members on a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and then you're going to want to trace the edges. On the front side and the back side. With a Sharpie marker or pencil, whatever you can see. Then you can take a jigsaw and you can cut the radius on either side. Now that we traced out the front and the back, we pushed another piece of plywood up onto the side. Try not to move it too much. And then you can trace out the edge. You can move that piece of plywood around to the other side then, and you can trace it on that side. And then you'll take your jigsaw and you can cut the whole piece out. Once you get all your wood cut out, you're going to want to mark out where the screws are going to go first so you can account for all the screws in the pattern and make sure that they don't line up on any of the seams. So first I would start with the front edge or the front radius. You're going to have 3 marks on the front edge, 1 in the middle, and you can see there's a seam here, so you're going to want to put a mark so you missed the seam on that side, and the same thing on this side. Then you can move down to the edge. You want to get this lined up again with the front. You're going to want to push this over so that you can see the cross members that go this way. And you're going to want to mark the center of those, each one. And then you're going to want to mark 4 spots for screws that don't line up with the seams. I've already marked that side. Then you're going to take one of your radius pieces from the edges, and you'll line that up, and you'll put 2 marks evenly spaced across the panel. So you know where to put the screws in these cross members. It's not super critical, just kind of generally get them lined up. So you have 3 screws in the front, you'll have 4 screws down the side, and you'll have 2 in each of these cross braces that are underneath this piece of plywood. Then you'll do the same thing for this outside piece. This one's a little bit easier. You're just going to use the same marks that you did for the center. You're going to put 2 marks in on the inside, and you're going to put 3 on the outside. And there you're just going to want to make sure that you don't put them on the seams. Once you get that all laid out, you're ready to drill some pilot holes. I usually start with the middle piece to get centered on this cross member that's coming down through here. You'll find your mark. You take your self-tapping screw. You don't want to push too hard on this. It should kind of find that hole, just follow that hole down and then secure. Until it pulls up tight and kind of goes down flush. You're going to do that same thing with all of your marks all the way around. And that's how we secure the plywood to the floor, or to the base. If you have a 6-panel blind that you want to put on this, you're going to end up cutting the wood 3 inches larger than the platform overall. And that's how we put together Nex-Level Floor Base. All right, once you've finished screwing the plywood to the Nex-Level base, if you order just the Nex-Level base, you will get a foot pad that elevates it about 6 inches off the ground, just to let some air kind of flow underneath. If you ordered it with the Nex-Level mounts, this is what it's going to look like. And we'll go ahead and put the 4 Nex-Level mounts in and show you kind of how we assemble the base. You want to make sure that when you put these on, you line up the holes, and the open pocket is to the inside of the blind, and that'll make sure that your 4x4s are out at the correct angle. Once you get your Nex-Level mounts bolted to the Nex-Level base, you can install your vertical 4x4s. You just put them in the pocket, and you'll make sure they're secured all the way to the bottom. And you'll install 4 lag bolts to secure them in place. Once you do that to all 4 posts, then you can go ahead and install your structural cross bracing to kind of firm everything up. Once you get your cross bracing, put at least 1 screw in each side, kind of to stabilize the 2x4s and the 4x4s. We like to put a 4-inch piece of 2x4 in between the 2 to kind of lock these 2 together and make this as sturdy as we can get it. Just push it together like that and put a screw in on each side. and then we'll finish this on the other 3 sides. We finished up the cross bracing, and this is what your next level platform is going to look like with the next level mounts. All right, now that we finished the cross bracing, we are going to go ahead and install the next level platform ladder. So we use the same next level mounts for the front of it. Line up holes, use the included bolts to secure these. Then we'll bring this down and we'll put the 4x4s in. You'll end up lag bolting these 4x4s the same way that you did for the next level platform. Now that we've installed the 4x4s into the ladder platform, we'll go ahead and attach it to the base. I've already removed the 2 black bolts that were previously in the base, and we'll go ahead and just use those to attach the ladder. Now that we've attached the platform to the base, we'll go ahead and put the rungs on the ladder. Once you have the rungs on your ladder, you can install the last piece, which is the handrail. And this is our next level base with the ladder platform attachment.